All right. Good morning, everybody. We are back. It is Tuesday, March 23rd, and this is the actual year anniversary of the first ever Zoom workout that we did from CrossFit Hyattsville. We're here a year later, some probably 50 odd workouts. I think we've hit one a week, if not more. It's crazy when you say it like that. There is a whole library of workouts in the YouTube channel, but here we are again for another one. We're going to actually do some repeat workouts from April from last year, the United in Movement organization that put together sort of the first online community after all of the sanctionals and all the CrossFit Games season things were kind of getting closed and gyms were closed. This was kind of one of the first big online movements to kind of get the community back together and working out. What's great about it is that you only really need a dumbbell and a jump rope. And so we're going to do a couple of those WODs. We have a great finisher. And so a lot of these movements we've been doing regularly with a single dumbbell or kettlebell. I'm going to quickly just go over them just to make sure we're refreshed, the 3 dumbbell movements that we're going to do today. So the 2 sort of Olympic dumbbell movements are coming from the hang position. So with the hang, remember, we always deadlift the weight up first. Fine to come from the side or in between your legs, but you are coming in between hip and knee. So we have our hang snatches, which is more or less like very similar to American kettlebell swings. So we have that deadlift weight up first. We come in between and get that all the way up in one movement. Right? Lock out at top, full extension, and then bring it down. And we'll be alternating hands there with 1 dumbbell. The other one that we're going to do from the hang position is the hang, clean, and jerk. So same thing. We always have to deadlift that weight from the first rep. Once we're in between legs, we're okay. We're hinging, shoulder, and then that push jerk underneath and standing up to full extension. Here. Okay to drop it down to your shoulder first and then make your switch. And then the only other one, which I'm almost positive we did Thursday, is the alt devil's press. And so that's combining your burpee and your snatch from the ground. So weight is down. We're going to go down, chest and thighs touch, back up, and then into that full extension, down here, up, and back up into your full extension. So those are the 3 movements that we're going to be hitting up in the workouts and the warm-up. Go ahead and grab some space. Grab a dumbbell that you're going to use to warm up and a jump rope if you have it and you have the space. Otherwise, you're going to work on the penguin claps. All right, I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to grab your gear, and we are going to fire it up. Rope. So we're starting with the penguin claps or double unders. Remember, try and keep everything tight. If you're penguin clapping or double undering, you almost want to have a hollow body position. So if you imagine hollow on the ground, that's kind of how you want to be holding your abs or your core in the context of your penguin claps or double unders. If you're doing double unders, try and keep elbows down and close and keep all the motion in your wrists. All right. With penguin claps, you're jumping and getting those double taps in the air. We're going in 10. 3, 2, 1, go. Halfway. Rest. Next up is your sit-up. Butterfly sit-up. If you have an ab mat, you can use one. I'm gonna get on the ground. Bring your feet together. Go back, shoulders touch. Sit up tall as you're coming up. Touch in front of your feet. As you get to the top, I gotta try and imagine a string pulling my head up straight from my tailbone. Breathe. Inhale on the way back. Exhale on the way up. And rest. All right, a few burpees just to get us going. Body, nice and easy pace here. And all of our scales apply. So our standards, 2 feet back, 2 feet up, and jumping. Chest and thighs touch. Back up and jump. You can come back, step back, go down, step up, and jump. You can modify with an up down and get that going, whatever works for you. One thing I always think about is trying to keep my feet a little wider. When I come up, I want to land with my feet in that athletic stance. All right, go ahead and grab a dumbbell. We are going to start with the snatches, the alternating snatches. So they're hang. So we're going to deadlift first. And deadlift that weight up. And then give a little hip hinge. And all the way through. You can hold the weight in perpendicular to your body, or it's also okay if that works for you. Some people like to have it more on the side, so when you come up, the dumbbell is more parallel to your body. Both options are okay. And rest. Good. Now we're going to go into those devil's presses. So we'll start with the weight on the ground. We're going to go ahead and go down into your burpee or all the scaled options for burpee. And then come up in a full snatch to the top. Go down, touch, all the way up, lock it out. Switch hands. You can switch on the ground as well. I like to bring it down to my shoulder and then switch hands on the way down in front of my torso. Don't forget to breathe throughout the movement. This is really 2 movements together. All right. Now we're going to the hang clean and jerk. So same thing, deadlift. We're going to clean it and then press it. 3, 2, 1. Deadlift that weight up. Hinge it to the shoulder and then into that push jerk. Here, here, same thing. Lock that elbow out, punch it up, and get under it. It saves your shoulders when you're accumulating reps to incorporate your legs some, getting under the weight. Rest. All right, Let's hit the ground for some walking planks. So we're going to start in a high plank, hands on the shoulders. We're going to go elbow, elbow, hand, hand. And we're going to rotate each time. So elbow, elbow, hand, hand, back up. Put the other elbow down the second time. So you alternate which one you're going down on. Widen your base of your feet to give you more stability. You're trying not to rock too much. As much as possible, keep those hips parallel to the ground. Take your time. Good form here. Core is tight. Come up. Actually, stay right there. Last one, we're going to do mountain climbers. So for these today, we want them to be on the quick side, and we're bringing same knee to same elbow. So we're going to set up with our hand position under our shoulders, and we're going to move pretty quickly. I'm just trying to kind of touch my knee to my elbow more or less. Nice pace here. Sometimes we do them slow and deliberate. Today we're trying to get a little cardio going. Spike the heart rate a little bit. Three, two, one, and rest. All right. Grab a sip of water, and I shall talk you through the workout. So we are going to do 2 different WODs from the United in Movement workouts. Okay. And first one's workout 4. It's a 9-minute AMRAP. We are in that time going to work through 30, 20, 10 of alt hang clean and jerks and butterfly sit-ups. RX is 50 and 35. You're going to pick whatever's good for you, whatever you have at home. So you do 30 alternating hang clean and jerks. So that means we're switching every rep. Then we do 30 butterfly sit-ups. Then 20, 20, 10, and 10. Once you finish the 10, you're going to go and repeat, but we're going to switch. Instead of doing clean and jerks, we're going to switch to hang alternating snatches. 30, 30, 20, 20, 10, 10. If you make it through the round of snatches, then you're going to go back and start with 30 clean and jerks again. So 30, 20, 10, alternating clean and jerks and ab mat sit-ups or butterfly sit-ups. Once you finish that, 30, 20, 10, you go right into it of hang snatches and butterfly sit-ups, and you just keep repeating between clean and jerks and hang snatches, 30, 20, 10. We're going to take a 5-minute rest after that. And then we're going to do a second workout to climb the ladder, but I'm going to save that for later. So, just questions about that workout. So 3 movements total. First one is a couplet of the hang clean and jerks, alternating in the sit-ups, and then we switch to the hang snatches and alternating sit-ups. So we're just counting our tally, counting our reps. All right, get your equipment set up. I'm going to get mine ready to go. Always make sure, points of performance wise, that you are hanging that first rep. Deadlifting that first rep on the hangs. you want to try in this workout to hit a consistent pace with your sit-ups, right? Remember, you're breathing, so you're inhaling on the way back, breathing on the way out, and then also breathe through those dumbbell movements. These are compound movements, so the hang, clean, and jerk, I'm generally getting my first breath out when I'm doing my clean, and then I'm inhaling and getting a breath out when I'm doing the jerk. So I get kind of 2 inhales and exhales in the context of that movement. So think about breathing through the movement. Dumbbell is where, if you have to break up or you want to pace yourself, focus on good form in the dumbbell. Okay? All right, let me get the clock set up for a 9-minute AMRAP, and we will get going here. Where we are, AMRAP. 9 minutes. So you're keeping track of rounds and reps, or I guess just number of reps total. All right, here we go, 9 minutes in 10 seconds. Starting with your 30 alt hang clean and jerks. 2, 1, go. Make sure you stand all the way up before you bring that weight down. 4 minutes in. Focus on that form. Punch it up. Three minutes left. 2/3 in. On those power snatches, keep that weight close to your body. Two, one, time. All right. Woo! How's a good one? 5-minute transition here. Just to rest and recover, be deliberate. First, catch your breath, some deep breaths. Slow down your breathing, slow down your heart rate. Sip of water. All right. All right, next one is going to be a 10-minute climb the ladder. So we're going to climb reps with alternating devil's presses by 2s. And then in between every set, we're going to hit 30 double unders. So we're going to start with 2 devil's presses, 1 on each arm. So left side or right side, 30 double unders. Then we come back and do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 devil's press, 30 double unders. 6, 30, 8, 30. You get the idea. So each time we're adding 2 or 1 rep on each arm. And then we're always hitting 30 double unders or penguin claps in between. All right. We got plenty of time to get your recovery together. 3.5 minutes left. Woo. Hopefully these double unders hit. What's nice is that we're not doing them in the rain like last week. So that should help. Catch your breath. In this one, sets of 30, ideally we're hitting them unbroken if we don't trip on our ropes. And then we're going to transition back and just nice and steady with these movements. And remember, this is burpee combined with the snatch. So multiple breaths throughout the movement. Focus the breath with the movement. So when you're jumping back to your burpee, where are you breathing out? Where are you breathing in? I like for the coming up, the snatch portion, to take a breath at the bottom and exhale as I'm coming out. So find a rhythm. Make sure you're breathing in. Try and breathe in through your nose as you're getting into that movement, and multiple breaths throughout that movement. That sort of might help you keep with a cadence too. If you can get into a rhythm and focus that breath at each part of that movement. We got about 2 minutes left. I'm still a little sore from 21.2 for anyone that did all those snatches and burpee box jump overs. So I'm scaling my weight today because I'm still feeling it through my arm into my shoulder. All right, we got about 90 seconds left here.
I'm feeling in my back still.
Oh, the next day, back and hamstrings. I got out of bed and I was like, oh.
He just kept making noises.
Yep. Yep. Nicole kept checking on me all day. Every time I moved, I made a noise. She's like, are you okay? I was like, no, it's just the workout. Oh, man. Yeah, that was taxing for sure. So I know, good example of we want to keep the training going. So I know for me, I'm not even messing with a 50 today because that wouldn't be smart. And I want to be good for this weekend. So we want to think about every day. We don't, we want to pick what's smart for us on that day so that we can stay consistent. Consistency is key. So like last week, we didn't really feel like getting up in the rain and working out, but we got it in and we felt better about it afterwards. All right, start getting your minds right. We got about 30 seconds left here. I'm going to get the clock set up. So again, we're doing a climb the ladder by 2s, alternating devil's press with 30 double unders in between each of those sets. All right, we are almost there. Let's go and have your rope set up. I'm going to get mine set up real quickly. And here we go in 10 seconds. 10-minute climb the ladder. Move well. Good luck in 10. Starting with the devil's press. 3, 2, 1, go. halfway. Minutes. Hang in there. Ninety seconds. Under a minute. Twenty seconds. Three, two, Whew. All right, 3 minutes of rest here. Catch your breath. There's a lot of double unders or penguin claps. Whew. One sip of water. And then we have Tabata finisher and our mobility. All right, about a minute into our rest. For the Tabata finisher, we're gonna do our normal 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. For Tabata, 8 rounds total for 4 minutes of work, complete. We're alternating between our core moves from the warm-up, which were walking planks and mountain climbers. Same knee, same side, and on the quick side for those. So 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. We'll alternate between those movements. A lot of shoulders in that time. So for those 10 seconds, what I would recommend on the break is just either sit back up on your knees and shake out your shoulders, or you could kind of go back into like a little child's pose and get just a little opening up of your shoulders. They're probably already a little tight from the clean and jerks, the snatches, the devil's press. Let me get our clock set up. We got 1 more minute here, and then we're gonna go, go, go. All right. Woo. Great work so far. Here we go. About 30 more seconds here on the rest. Get set up so we're going to be on the floor here. Clear your weights out. We don't need any more weights today. All right, so we're going to start with those walking planks. If you need to modify, go ahead and do them from your knees is okay. All right, as a way to modify and keep it going. For the mountain climbers, if you need to slow down your pace and make it a little more deliberate, that's okay too. All right, we're going in 10 seconds here. Starting with those walking planks. 3, 2, 1. So down, down. Alternate the arm that you go down with every time. Tight core. 3, 2, 1. Rest. So just get back on your knees and do a couple shakes. Shake out your arms. We're going back into the mountain climbers now. 2, 1, go. Tight core. 2, 1. Okay, back to walking planks. 2, 1, go. If you feel your hips really wobbling, widen your feet. Be deliberate about getting your hands back under your shoulders when you press up. And rest. Whew. 2, 1, go. Take them out. Starting to feel it across the back. Halfway. Walking planks. Squeeze your quads to help keep your hips stable. All right, rest. Hang in there, we're doing it. Mountain climbers. One of each. Left. Here we go. One. All right. Last round of climbers. Hang in there. 20 seconds. Go. And rest. All right. We're going to stay on the ground for our mobility. All right. 6 minutes. And these are all ones we've done before. So we did a lot of work with our shoulders, across our rear delts and our scap. So we're going to start with our thread the needle. A minute on each side. So we're going to go down into that sort of child's pose position, hands and knees, and then thread your right arm under your left and work to keep your left shoulder going towards the ground, right ear on the ground, or right side of your head. If you can't quite get your ear. And then just breathe into it, play around with twisting your torso a little to see where you can get that mobility and stretch. You want to get to the end range of motion so that you can feel that opening up. So for me, I'm kind of twisting, so I'm getting some pull into the back right shoulder. I'm reaching across, I'm putting my left armpit facing the ground as well and kind of twisting it down to pull across my back. Feel like I could stay there forever. Switch sides. And then same thing, play around. It's a little harder for me to find my end range of motion on the left side than the right. It's just a little more open on this side. And breathe, don't forget to breathe here. Open up that space using your breath. Inhale, let your belly expand. Exhale, let your belly come in. All right, we're gonna stay in this child's pose, prayer. We're gonna do a lat stretch. So we're gonna take our child's pose normal and walk it out to one side. So you should really feel this coming through your right lap, all the way through your rib cage on the right side, all the way to your hips, really. And work to get that right hip towards the right heel of your foot. Don't let that come up too much. That's where you're going to get the stretch. Reaching and pulling back across your whole right side. Oof, tight on this side for real. Just go ahead and stay down and just kind of walk your hands over to that other side. So you want to cross that midline. You'll feel it when you're in the right spot. You will feel it all the way down the left side of your body. Shoulders to hips, that whole side should feel it. And again, push that left hip back towards your left heels. Don't let that come up and twist. That takes you out of the stretch. Two. All right, come on up into a seated position, just a classic forward fold for 2 minutes. Come on in, knees together, sit straight up, hinge at the hips, reach forward. You could start on your shins over the 2 minutes, work your way down. Excuse me, as you breathe, every time you exhale, go a little deeper. When I inhale, I try and elongate my spine a little from out of my hips, out of my tailbone. And then as my stomach comes in, as I'm breathing out, I'm going deeper into the stretch. Send your toes back towards you. Give yourself a little something to grab. Relax your upper body. Don't try and carry. Sometimes I notice in these stretches, I'm carrying tension in my traps and my shoulders. Loosen that up. Keep going here. If you get to your toes, start working down the sides of your feet a little. Again, going deeper into the stretch. Knees are basically locked out. I'm trying to rotate internally rotate my legs a little because they tend to fall out to the sides. And that gives a little bit different hit on my hamstrings. 20 more seconds here. Breathe and enjoy it. We did a lot of hinging, a lot of posterior chain in those movements. And 3, 2, 1. Release, roll out of that slowly. Well, a year ago, we had no idea that we would be here a year later and still hitting up these Zoom workouts, but we got them in some ways we're better for it. So thanks for showing up as always. Glad to be spending this time with you all every week. And I appreciate you showing up. You just did a great job for your body for this hour. Use it to make good decisions for the other 23 in your day.
Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you. We'll
Thanks
see
a
you
lot.
next week. All right. Take care.
Take care.
All right. Good luck with the last week of the Open, Steph.
Yeah.